Hi, you're watching Dante's Boxing Nation. Woo!
Have you ever had, do you know of a guy that dominated his division like Golovkin is? And somebody came at me with Mike Tyson that dominated his division, and that's not true because Mike Tyson didn't dominate his division.
No, well, Mike Tyson, he did dominate his division. He just didn't have other Mike Tysons to face at the time.
Well, wait a minute. Even though he didn't have other Mike Tysons to fight, do you realize that he only made 9 defenses, got knocked out in the 10th? And of the 9 defenses, 6 of them were knockouts and 3 were decisions. The decisions were against Tyrell Biggs, who was 15-0 at the time, Bone Crusher Smith, another killer, and Larry Alexander, another killer. So how did he dominate? Yeah. He didn't have Mike Tyson. He didn't have Mike Tyson's, but he still couldn't dominate.
I mean, he dominated his opponents, but to me, he didn't have like real signature type wins. To me,
no, he didn't dominate. No, he didn't dominate.
I mean,
look at the fights. Look at the Bone Crusher Smith fight.
Yeah, he dominated. Bone Crusher just held all night. Bone Crusher, all he did was held all night. Trevor,
so you mean
he dominated Trevor Burbick? He dominated
9 defenses, 9 defenses, and 6 of them were knockouts and 3 were decisions. To me, that's not dominating.
Well, I mean, my thing is when it comes to Golovkin or Mike Tyson, I feel both of them, to me personally, I feel both of them have dominated everyone that they faced. That's how I personally feel. I feel both of them have. You know, I mean, of course.
I disagree.
Of course, before Buster Douglas.
I disagree because there were decisions. When you dominate, that means you're destroying, in my opinion.
Yeah, but you're talking about heavyweights versus
it doesn't matter. Flyweights, heavyweights, it's the same thing. Man.
And Bone Crusher Smith, all he did was survive, though. He just came in there holding and grabbing. You know, like when Golovkin fought against Dominic Wade, for example, Wade wasn't really holding. You know,
he didn't let him hold him. He didn't let him hold him. If you watch Golovkin fight, you see how Golovkin pushes these guys away so they doesn't get held. It's Tyson. It takes 2 to hold. It takes 2 to hold. It wasn't just Bone Crusher Smith. It's Tyson making himself available to be held.
I don't know about that one right there.
Okay, well, you have to watch fights. You have to watch fights and understand.
I watched the Bone Crusher Smith fight a lot of times.
Okay, but you have to understand there's 2 guys in there, and there's 2 guys, and you have to make yourself available to be held.
So you
when Crusher got close to Mike Tyson, and Mike Tyson grabbed him around the waist, and then Bone Crusher held his arm, and Bone Crusher didn't pull his arm around his waist. Mike put it there.
So you're saying you don't believe it's domination if you don't get the knockout? That's what you're saying,
right? I'll tell you who dominates. No. It's not a knockout. I'll tell you who dominates. Floyd Mayweather dominates. Okay. And Floyd Mayweather doesn't hold.
Yeah.
His hands are never around somebody's waist.
Well, yeah. That's the point I was about to make. You beat me to it.
His hands are never around somebody's waist. Floyd Mayweather dominates by hitting and punching the shit out of you. Mm-hmm. Okay, Mike Tyson allowed himself to be held. Floyd doesn't allow himself to be held.
Well, I only asked the question because you had said before that Tyson, you wouldn't consider it a domination because some of them were decisions. That's what you had said before.
No, because he didn't dominate. It doesn't matter if the decision, just beat the shit out of somebody until look at the scorecard, okay? Look at the scorecard and look at Tyrell Biggs' fight, 15 fights. But Tyrell didn't hold him.
No, yeah, and he knocked him out. And Tyrell Biggs, he didn't
knock him out. He didn't knock him out. He decisioned him.
No, he knocked him out. Tyrell Biggs?
Decisioned him. Go back.
You're talking about the Olympian.
And the beauty of this conversation, I'm going to tell you the beauty of this conversation, that's what makes it interesting. That's what makes this sport so interesting because you have an opinion, I have an opinion, and hopefully you will get proven wrong or in your case, I will get proven wrong. Okay? And not wrong, just the fact that, you know what, I guessed that one right because anything can happen in this game. And just like I said to you about Jacobs not taking it, obviously that was a guess. I'm not clairvoyant, but you just see history and you just see what's happening and you just see the fact that all the words are being said that are wrong.
And for the record, because I just looked it up, yeah, he did knock out Tyrell Biggs. He knocked him out in the 7th round.
Okay, what was his first 9 fights?
Whose first 9 fight? Briggs?
No, defenses. I'm sorry. The first 9 defenses.
Well, he fought Frank Bruno, undefeated Michael Spinks. He fought Larry Holmes, I think, Tony Tucker. He fought, like we said, Bone Crusher Smith and Tyrell Briggs.
Right. How many knockouts, how many decisions did he have in those first 9 wins before he got knocked out?
How many decisions did Mike Tyson have? Is what you're asking.
Before he got knocked out by Buster.
I believe he knocked out all but 2 opponents, but I would have to go ahead and look it up. But that's, once again, going back to what I was saying. You're saying that not getting a knockout is considered not being dominant. That's what. That's
not getting a knockout against a guy you're supposed to knock out. Not getting a very hard. A decision where you destroy somebody against a guy you're supposed to do that. There's guys that you're not going to knock out. But there's Evander Holyfield. It was going to be impossible to knock Evander Holyfield out. But if you dominated Evander Holyfield, then that's domination. But they let them knock him out.
But Abe, how can you automatically say a certain guy should be knocked out if Golovkin or someone else we're comparing them to, if they never fought the same guy? Because of the level that they're at. In other words, Golovkin today, if he goes out and fights, let me give you a name. If he goes out and fights Highland, the guy from Argentina, the #1 contender for the WBC, and I don't know what his record is, but I think he's got 3 losses. If he goes out and gets a 12-round decision for him, you're going to crucify Golovkin. I look at it this way. Okay, when you look at Ali versus Frazier. Ali fought Frazier 3 times. He can never even knock Frazier. He can never even knock him down. Go ahead.
But wait a minute. You're comparing apples and oranges. So you're
a boxer. You're saying because he's a boxer,
you're
right?
comparing the 2 of the greatest fighters, the heavyweight fighters to ever fight. Are you kidding me?
No, but we're talking about not getting the knockout versus getting the knockout. That's all we're talking about.
No, we're not. We're talking about getting a knockout against a guy that's supposed to be knocked out. Frazier and Ali were not supposed to be knocked out.
Harold Biggs was supposed to be knocked out.
But Foreman knocked out Frazier in 4 rounds, though. He knocked him out twice.
Who didn't Foreman knock out?
But that's my point. But that's my whole point. Foreman would be looked at as the Golovkin at that time. He was able to do something to Frazier that Ali couldn't do. But when Ali fought against when Ali fought against Foreman, Ali knocked out Foreman. So, it's like styles make fights too, though, right?
True. But I'm talking about domination. I'm talking about, if you don't knock him out, dominating to the point where it's just so easy that it's a walk in the park for him. For Ali, it wasn't a walk in the park until he decided to make it a walk in the park. For Foreman, he came out and just destroyed a man that had never been beat like that, beat down.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying to you is, I think we got off the subject of Chocolatito. He just I don't feel he has to fight that fight. I feel like he's done enough. He's done enough to warrant Hall of Fame status, to warrant our respect if he never fights this young stud, because he is a young stud. Hopefully Inui fights.
Hopefully what?
Inui fights like Chocolatito has been doing and establishes himself as a superstar. And then they fight when Inui's got 20 fights and Inui's done what Chocolatito's done. Hopefully.
This is Bobby, and you're watching Dante's Boxing Nation.